Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong with Therapeutic Talks. It's no longer Tuesday Tips because I could not stick to an every Tuesday schedule. But today, what we do want to talk about, we are now in the month of November, and is Men's Health Month, and I think it would be good to help the brothers out with something I feel is a pressing issue in the men's health community, especially the men's mental health community. And that is being patient with yourself. Being patient with yourself. Um, Understand something. Uh, Things don't happen overnight. Okay? Things don't happen overnight. It never will. When it comes down to healing your traumas, it'll never happen overnight because we've been through so much, and so much is expected of us that things just don't happen overnight. Sometimes we don't know what to or even how to allow ourselves to be patient with ourselves. I want to talk about that a little bit today. So, what we're looking at is being patient with yourself. Of course, I got my notes that I have to read here because I have so much going on in my mind. Um, One thing that men have an issue with, that they have been traumatized by for so many years, is building trust. Building trust. I know women in general have the same issue. Men are more introverted, and therefore they have a tendency to just keep things inside, but it will reflect in an outwardly way, and they will show you signs of their trauma. And one of them is building trust. Building trust is probably the hardest thing to do, because when trust has been broken on so many levels, it's hard to build those layers back up. And what happens? We develop a very thick skin, a very thick mental skin. And we just say, you know what? Nah, I ain't trusting nobody. Ain't nobody out there I trust. But understand this, my brothers. Trust. And my sisters, you can help these men out. Trust is something that must be earned. So if there's a person in your life, a friend in your life, and they're trying to earn your trust, understand this. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. And by giving them a chance, you're giving them the opportunity in yourself, the opportunity to rebuild trust. Okay? Repairing relationships. When you're in a relationship and things go down, every relationship is not perfect. Understand, I've been in some that have not been perfect. Um, you have to give yourself the opportunity to, number one, repair. Now, in life, understand that things do go awry. And once things are, I had a former bishop say this: you stay together until all the love is gone. When all the love is gone, there's no repairing, there's nothing left. But if you give yourself a chance, give yourself the opportunity for hope, you have the opportunity then to say, hey, I'm going to give this a chance. And that's part of repairing. Okay? Building a career. Building a career. Um, I am one that I do self disclose a lot. I came into this career a little later in life. And I'm glad that I did. Ministry has always been a part of my life. Um, Gadgets, electronic gadgets, have always been a part of my life. But a lot of people didn't know where I stood when it came down to mental health. And it took some time to get here. It took some time to get here. But if you're patient with yourself, gain the experiences that you need. The old saying, experience is the best teacher. And then once you get into that career, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Then you become an expert. All right. Moving past trauma. All right. This is another big one. Moving past trauma. Things happen. Yes, we all know the saying that good things happen to bad people. And God knows it's true. It's true. Good things do happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. However, once we are able to move past it and accept it, we can't change what happened. But there's acceptance, there's healing, which is what you need to do, is heal. And then after healing, it comes the part of, hey, you know what? That trauma doesn't affect me anymore. That trauma does not define me. That trauma is not who I am. I am me, who you see here today. And your trauma can actually, your experience can actually be a testimony of how you overcame. Be able to move past. Okay? Healing from losing someone. There's no greater sorrow on the face of the earth than it is to lose someone that you love. And I've lost many loved ones. But we have to understand that death is a part of life. And we have to accept what God does allow for those who believe in anything spiritual. And for those who are not spiritual, then you know that these bodies are not meant to last always. And you know, people, selfishness takes a lot of control of us. Selfishness. And when we are selfish, we just don't want to see our loved one go for our own purposes because they've been in our life so long. It hurts. It hurts. I have told you on this channel many times before. I stood there in the trauma room with my father as his heart beat for the last time. I actually called the time of death for my own father in that trauma room. It was just his time. It hurt like I don't know what. But you know, God gives us the strength. God gives us the strength to heal and to overcome the grief. And there's a thing such as prolonged grief, and many seniors experience the prolonged grief, and many children experience the prolonged grief. But there is healing there. And if you need to get help with it, get help with it. Okay? And these two, the last two that I'm going to talk about, building new routines and changing your patterns. Building new routines and changing your patterns. Changing your pattern or building new routine. However you want to interchange those two. Sometimes you just have to do something new in life. If it's even as little as working out at home, going for a short walk while you're at home around your neighborhood, a drive around the city, eating different, changing your meal habits, your eating habits, anything like that that you feel may better you, do that. Do that. Just don't stay the same. Some of us have created patterns that we have followed all our life. I mean, all our lives, right? Create something new. Add something new to your life. No matter what it is, reading a book, checking out a new TV show, doing something together as a family, whatever it may be, do that. Add some spice and some difference to your life, and you might see a difference in your own emotional behavior. Okay? So, folks, thank you for listening. Therapeutic Talks, Tuesday tips are no more. It's Therapeutic Talks now because I don't know when I'm going to be able to do this on the regular again. I'm slipping this one in today. Listen, like, subscribe, share. I appreciate everyone who listens. Thank you very much. You all do have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Enjoy the weekend. Have a good one.